Do you know that it is possible to be surrounded by a sea of information and yet drown successfully in failure? An author perfectly said that we live in an age where information that is available to us is so much that we cannot compare it to that which was available throughout the lifetime of our foreparents. And it is so remarkable a statement to really hold on to when considering the veil of abundance and information. We live in an information driven age and we simply almost have access to whatsoever we need, whatsoever we want. Very many years ago, it was impossible to really just learn anything. You had to attend some very um, complicated course, um, get some certification in some institution. There were courses these days that we now have just on YouTube that you had to pay to attend an institution for many years just so that you can earn the certificate. But here we are today, and these informations are cheaply accessible on simple traditional platforms like YouTube and the rest. Now, what that brings to us is a very simple wisdom. Information is like having access to information is simply like having access to the key or keys to a treasure house. Now, having access to the keys to a treasure house does not really grant you or the ability to choose right, regardless of having access to the treasure house. Another responsibility still lies in the hand of the one who has the keys to really still decide what he or she wants to do with the keys. So information is simply like having access to a treasure house. Now, whatsoever you decide to do with that key that you have in your hand lies on your side. So it's possible to go into a treasure house and all you come out with maybe spoons, plastic bottles, maybe pencils, and so on. All those are treasures, right? But then someone else might have access to that same information you have, to that same treasure house, and may come out with gold, may come out with silver, may come out with diamonds, right? So, but then what wisdom is there to hold on to? We live in an age that is really regulated by information, and many times the results that we get when we want to compare it or when we want to put it side by side with the results other people are getting, sometimes it's very different. And truly, what differentiates outcomes and results between a group of people who are having access to the same amount of information, what differentiates this is simply the depth of understanding and the willingness to commit to work. All right, the availability of information will always never replace that human generated inspiration to commit to work and actually to do something remarkable with all of the access we have to information and abundance. So it lays on our side to still decide daily what we need to do with the vast amount of information we have access to every day. And I hope that you are one person who really uses the information you stumble on daily for something remarkable that will generally transform your life in the long run.